What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode with my pal Alex and Feisty Pants.
Just taking out some gum. You guys can actually hear that on camera, like when you're chewing with gum, you can hear the chewing. It's gross. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show. It's Fan Mail Friday for June the 23rd of this year, 2016. In case you didn't know what year it was, because you're a time traveler. Hashtag time traveler. That's me. How was everybody's Father's Day? Who's a father out there? This guy. Somebody didn't think I was a father, and he's like, oh, sorry, I didn't know you had a son. Yeah, the kid that I do a web show with? Yeah, not my kid. Yeah. But he corrected himself, and then he wished me a happy Father's Day, so thanks. You know who you are. Dana's birthday was the 21st. Happy birthday, man. I had asked him if he had any plans. He's like, nah, but I just ate 10 slices of pizza, and I need to go lay down. I would need to go lay down also if I ate 10 slices of pizza. I could eat like 3, I think, tops, and that's like pushing it. So Q&A has been every Sunday, as you know, and we did this past Sunday, we did a second Feisty Pants Q&A. It was pretty awesome, so keep your questions coming. When I have enough for Feisty Pants again, I'll do another one. It's going to be great. He enjoys doing them, although this past one he was a little more into Minecraft than he was into the questions. But, you know, kids. They're into Minecraft. Hey, who's seen Voltron yet on Netflix? The brand new Voltron cartoon? Oh my god, is it freaking amazing? Oh my god, it's amazing. If you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it because it's awesome. And then WWE is having their draft Tuesday, July 19th, when SmackDown goes live. It moves from Thursday to Tuesday, and, you know, shit's going to hit the fan. I think it's going to be terrible. I see, the way I tell it is, you compare it to baseball. In Japan, Japanese baseball is got a 6-man pitching rotation, which means there are 7 days in the week. Each pitcher in their starting rotation gets to pitch every same day of the week. So, like, person A is always going to pitch on Monday. Person B is always going to pitch on Tuesday. So, like, if I'm a big fan of person C and I know he pitches every Wednesday, then that's the game I'm going to. I'm never going to go to another different day of the week unless there's somebody else that I know that I like that pitcher. Now, you translate that to wrestling. Say I'm a big John Cena fan, right? If I know John Cena has a chance of appearing on both SmackDown and Raw, guess what I'm going to watch? I'm going to watch both, knowing that he might appear. Now, we know Cena probably never will appear on SmackDown until the draft comes around, and then you never know. But back to my point, if, say, Cena is drafted to Raw, and he'll never appear on SmackDown, then guess what I'm not watching? I'm not watching SmackDown. WWE needs a, what is the word I'm looking for? It needs like a monopoly on time and viewership. So if you're limiting your viewership to, say, maybe that mid-carder, say like Dolph Ziggler, you know, he's got a huge following, he's a great wrestler, right? But say he's only on Raw. Is your average Dolph Ziggler fan going to watch SmackDown if they know he's only going to be on Raw? Probably not. So they need to, like, not have the draft so that you can have your superstars on both shows, and then you have more viewership. Otherwise, you're going to lose, not everybody, but there's a large chunk of fans that just watch it for a certain wrestler. You know what I mean? And, like, maybe parents let their kids stay up. Because it does come up pretty late for a school night, you know what I mean? Nobody watches the whole thing through. Even my nephew, you know, I mean, he's in his teens now, but when he was a young lad, when he was a boy, he didn't make it to the end of Raw, and he missed all the main events. And, you know, he heard about it the next day. All right, we got a lot of comments to cover here, and we got a package right here from Colby. Colby has been tweeting me all week. Colby, it came, man, it came. Stand by for part 2, because that's where I open the packages. We do the comments first. Chandler at the Orcmaster 13 says, now I see why you wanted to use Han Solo for your custom action figure on Grimm's Toy Show wrestling show with his figures. You did look like him. Happy Father's Day. Light bulb. Yes, back in the day, I mean, you know, we all age, but back in the day, I used to get a lot of, hey, you know who you look like? And, you know, Harrison Ford was one of those actors that I used to look like. I mean, not identically, of course, but, you know, everybody looks like somebody. Dylan Gray, at Dylan Gray, he says, sorry, my name isn't Dylan. It's not what your Twitter name says, pal. He says, that was my wrestling name from years ago. He made this account while he was wrestling. And that's what he likes the name, so he uses it. Or you could, you know what I mean? Change it. If that's not who you are, change it. It's easy to do it. Jacob Soja, Jacob wrote me to say that his J was not silent, because I pronounced it last week, I called it Soha. Like, you know, there's a family of baseball players, Soho, Luis Soho played shortstop and, you know, infield for a lot of teams. And I think he's got kids now in the minors, and he's pronounced Soho. And you pronounce the, you know, as in a ho instead of a Joe. But, Jacob here says you pronounce it with the J. And, he tweeted me to point it out. Now, there's these Chuck Norris facts, because they're not jokes, because nobody jokes about Chuck Norris. But there's one that says if Chuck Norris mispronounces your name, that's your name. He's not mispronouncing it. That's just your new name. So, I'm not saying you need to change your name to Soha, but thank you for pointing that out. Jesus. MLG Douglas says, I love your vids. Friend me on Xbox. Maybe. I don't really get on there to do stuff live. So, I mean, you know, y'all can friend me if you want. And, if I get around to approving you, that's fine. But don't expect me to sign on and play. Because I don't. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't sign on to Xbox and I don't play live. At Harley King says he got to try the Minions Tic Tacs months ago. His mom works there, so he gets to try everything early. That's pretty cool, right? Too bad it's not action figures and you get to play with them early. Ha! That'd be awesome. At Tony4180247. Listen, you need to get yourself a name and not a number, because people are not numbers. He wanted to know, hi, are you awake? Yep, I am now, but not when you tweeted me. At Haha Appleballs tweets me a picture from the Nat Geo TV show. I should have brought a picture of it. It's funny. It's just me standing there. It looks like this. He goes, is this you, right? I'm like, yep. Doubling Dwayne says, tweets me, what are your thoughts? And I'm like, well, it's my day off, and I'm wondering when I'm going to get in the shower, because it's already like 2 in the afternoon. And I want, you know, also when I'm going to leave the house. It was really funny. Like, I didn't really read what my thoughts were about. Like, I don't know. He just says, what are your thoughts? And I'm like, well, I'm wondering about the shower and, you know, leaving the house. Those were my thoughts. He didn't say specifically. I mean, he laughed, but, you know, it was funny. Neil at 12 O'Clock Rock sent comics last week in fan mail. They were really awesome. I totally should have brought them to show you on this fan mail, but if you watched the last one, they were there. He wanted to know if I had read them. We read them right away. They were awesome. Thank you, Neil, and thank you. At Dylan Mainrack says, hey, I'm on the West Coast. It's 5:48, and I haven't slept since noon yesterday. Yikes! Go to bed, man! Jesus Christ. At Scottimus Prime says he picked up a $10 styrofoam flyer at Target. Oh, yeah, like we did in the video when we smashed it in the parking lot. Me and Grim did. Yeah, we did. That playing out of family. At Paul Willis says, cool fan mail videos are often funny as hell with me and Grim. Oh, yes, I did a fan mail yesterday with Grim. It was awesome. Apparently, the Slender Man guy was in the background. We didn't see him. We were opening mail on camera. We didn't, and we didn't see him. Sorry. Thank you for the heads up, everybody. Jack Crispy says, hey, man, it's been a while. I haven't talked to you in so long. I've been busy. Get unbusy. I didn't go anywhere, man. Good to hear from you. At Tyler Ditchburn says, you are awesome in Grimm's Toy Show. You know what? I said thanks, but I also do this other thing called Alex's Toy Show with my son, Feisty Pads. It's pretty funny. And at Jeremy Ross says, you used to run a music store. Was Empire Records an accurate movie portrayal? It totally was. I mean, we weren't like delinquents like all those kids were. I mean, we still had, rules and, responsibility. But the whole idea of Empire Records was really awesome because it brought out, I mean, it's done for a movie, but my music store was really like one of a kind. You walked in and it was just this, imagine like Toys R Us, the size of Toys R Us, just music, DVDs, used DVDs. We had records, cassette tapes, cassettes, singles, dance music, club music, rock music, rap music, all kinds of music. Then we had movie rentals, we had books, we had a separate room for classical music, like, you know, Beethoven and stuff like that. It was just amazing. And what sold us, and the reason mainly why we did so well for so long, was that you could bring up a wrapped CD, you know, sealed in plastic, and we had what we called the DJ bar in the middle. I mean, we didn't serve drinks, but what we did was, you're like, hey, I want to listen to this. We took it and we put it in a CD player, which was linked to your seat in front of the counter, and you could listen to the whole thing all day long, anything you wanted. Because a lot of places, I haven't really been into a record store in years, because, I mean, I'm spoiled because we had it. We were the greatest. We were voted number one. No, sorry. We were number one twice in the top 5 record and music stores of New Jersey. We were number one twice in a 5-year span, and we were like number 2 and 3 the other couple of years. We lost out to Tower Records out in Cherry Hill. That place is like amazing. And there was this other place, Vintage Vinyl, nearby, that we lost out to. It was always like the 3 of us for like a solid 5 years, and then, you know, then the industry changed. But Empire Records was awesome. If you guys haven't seen that, you should just see it because of how awesome it is. All right, we're gonna get to all the video comments in the next video. Stand by for part 2.